Get out of the way and let you do it. So long as we understand that the mind weakens long before the body, and just kind of remove ourselves and push ourselves through things. That quote is just perfect for wrestling, because you just got to stay mentally tough and persevere. Your body will go through it.
Most kids are gonna stop and go, I can't do this, in their head. And once they get that little doubt in their mind, most kids are gonna stop. But we push them past that point to where, when it comes to the match and they have that doubt, they go, no, I've been through a lot worse, so we're gonna go, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep going. We just gotta keep going. So that's our whole little point of motivation.
I was dog tired in the final match against Damien. The coaches just held me, they're yelling at me, telling me what I had to do. I went out there, took him down, let him up, and I could have given up at any moment, but I just kept wrestling, past my limits, took him down, let him up again, took him to overtime, and just took him down.
A lot of matches aren't won and lost because someone has a physical breakdown, but they were lost and won because they just defeat the guys in their opponent's mind.
You could be losing, but just that 1 second you put the kid on his back and you win the match, and the miracle happens right there. But if you would have quit, nothing would happen.
And it's the oldest sport known to man. I think it's still the toughest sport. It requires you know, the attributes of a chess player, a cross-country runner, someone that lift weights, but then again as a boxer, a fighter, a judo guy, and then of course a wrestler, and it kind of goes back all the way to the archangel in the Bible. And it's just a very cool sport that teaches you a lot about life. But I think the most important thing about wrestling is it teaches you about who you are and how you can handle yourself under pressure, and it really gives you a lot of self-confidence about yourself. But it's just a flat surface with a white line and one man against another.
I joined wrestling because of my brother. My brother really pushed me into it.
I like wrestling the most because it's more contact. Like, you can control your opponent more than standing back and hitting them. Like, you can punch or kick your opponent in any other martial arts, but wrestling, you can control them.
Something about it I just like more than any other sport. Just because, like, it's just you and the other guy on the mat. There's no one else there really to like hide behind.
I can't think of one thing that's going to be harder than wrestling. You know, I've heard many guys that have come back into the room, they're in the Marines and stuff, and you think that's pretty intense, but they say, wow, it's a lot of the time it's nothing compared to the stuff you have to deal with in wrestling. So
everybody that's been in the Olympics has gone through high school wrestling, and that's the starting point. And you know, that's the one thing that's really nice about wrestling, is that you can be as good as you want to be. you can get in as good a shape as you want to be, and the harder you work, you get better. And it's just like the American dream. The more that you persevere, the harder that you work, the more that you're focused. There's no limit on what you can do in wrestling. And nobody can tell you anything that you're not big enough, you're not fast enough, you're not strong enough. They can tell you those things, but as long as you believe in yourself and work hard, just like the American dream, you can go as far as you want in our sport, just like you can in America.
Cross hand post, collar tie. With the guy pinch elbows, roll outside control on the elbow. Gonna hit our wrench, turn inside pocket. Deep out, go. Got it? Ready? The kids this year, we pushed them a little harder than previous years. I feel our training was pretty rigorous. They stuck with it. The kids have a very good morale, so they're a real tough class. I like them a lot.
We usually have to push ourselves to the limit like almost every day in practice, and so it's just something you get used to. You get to the point where you can't even think, you're just moving out of muscle memory, just pure exhaustion, but I just keep pushing myself.
I think you have to come in and work hard. I think you have to have a plan. I think you have to figure out what your weaknesses are, make your weaknesses your strengths. You know, everybody likes to do what they do well. You know, but we don't need to practice on those. We need to find the things that we're not very good at, just like we are in life and just like in the business and the workplace. Find the things that we don't do very well and make those our strengths, and then find out what everybody else is doing and try and do more.
Now I'm going to come to this head and I'm going to stuff it. And I'm going to cover with my hips, right?
Well, we always start off with stretching out, and then we either go straight into live, or we start drilling with coaches and they show us the move and we drill it constantly non-stop.
Time we came into practice, I was wrestling with my friend Chris, and he kind of headbutted me, and I got this little scar, and I've had it for 3 years now. It's kind of a distinguishing characteristic.
Yeah, one of my friends, it was during practice. We were live wrestling, and he was bringing me back to the mat, and I think he kind of fell on my knee, and it twisted my ankle, I rolled over my ankle the wrong way, and it snapped, and I couldn't even move it. I couldn't walk on it, and it hurt so bad.
Well, I broke my nose during a match, so I was still wrestling. So all they did was just put the nose plug, and I went back in. I won my match, so I was happy at that too. But I couldn't feel half my face. So and then I remember I had to wrestle another match afterwards. And then after that, that's when the pain started kicking in, and it felt like something just get hit by a bat in the head. It's like the biggest migraine ever.
I think everybody's a little concerned when their kids go out there and wrestle on the mat, because they're always put in weird positions and being slammed on the mat and things like that. But you know, it's part of wrestling, and I think every parent that's involved understands that there is going to be a point in time where their kids might get hurt, but the parents know that we have all the good intentions from our training, that we're not going to put the kids in a bad position to where they're going to get hurt. It's usually just going to be something got caught, or they weren't able to move out in time, things like that. Or
my mom can't come to matches because she gets really scared, so I understand that. When I broke my nose, she didn't want me to wrestle anymore. She's like, it's just going to get worse. But she knows that I actually like this, and she knows that I'm not going to change my mind and quit. I'm just going to keep going through it. So she supports me, and she knows that it's something I like, and I will do it.
My mom, she buys me everything I want, what I need, with wrestling gear or food or anything. She'll get it for me, and she'll be there. If I want her to be there, she'll be there. She'll be there. She supports me, and my stepdad as well, and my aunt and my uncles. All my family goes. They always watch my matches. I like that. My family. They support me a lot.
My parents played a big role in it. They're always there for me whenever I need cut weight. They'd take me anywhere, pick me up.
And my dad will be at any match I tell him about. My mom will be at any match she can get to.
Parents are 100% supportive of the Ayala. You know, we hosted Man this year. We had a lot of parents come down and help. We also did league finals, which the parents were very supportive on. Good job, parents. And we have a very strong backing for our wrestling club with the parents.
The parents are awesome, and we couldn't do it without them. This program wouldn't be where it is today, and the 15 years of success if we didn't have supportive parents.